Kanlei Cain was a highly ambitious devil, who had left his angelic heritage behind to gain more power and influence. He had risen through the ranks of the underworld and had become one of the most feared and respected high-class devils. He was known for his arrogance and self-assurance, and he had a reputation for being unbeatable in battles. Despite his achievements, Kanlei felt that something was missing in his life. He wanted to become even more powerful and feared. So, he started to search for ways to enhance his abilities. He traveled to many places, spoke to many experts, and even traded with other devils to obtain information about the sacred gears that could give him more power. One day, Kanlei heard a rumor about a sacred gear that could enhance all of the user's abilities to the maximum level. It was called the Apocalypse Mode. He was intrigued by the rumor, and he decided to find out more about it. Kanlei spent months searching for the sacred gear. He traveled to different realms, fought against powerful enemies, and made deals with shady individuals to obtain information. Eventually, he found the location of the sacred gear. The sacred gear was located in a dangerous and cursed place known as the Abyss. It was a place where only the strongest and most ruthless could survive. Kanlei decided to go there himself, despite the many warnings he received. The journey to the Abyss was long and perilous. Kanlei had to fight against many monsters and other devils on his way. He used all his abilities and cunning to overcome the obstacles, but he knew that the real challenge was yet to come. When he arrived at the Abyss, Kanlei found that the place was even more dangerous than he had imagined. The environment was harsh and unforgiving, and there were many powerful creatures that were waiting to kill him. But he was determined to obtain the Apocalypse Mode, and he pushed himself to the limit to find it. Finally, after many days of searching and fighting, Kanlei found the sacred gear. It was a mysterious and ancient artifact, hidden in a cave at the heart of the Abyss. He knew that mastering the sacred gear would not be easy, but he was ready to do whatever it took to gain its power. Kanlei spent many years mastering the Apocalypse Mode. He pushed himself to his limits and beyond, training every day to increase his power and stamina. He knew that the sacred gear was incredibly powerful, but he also knew that using it would put a tremendous mental strain on him. Finally, after many years of training and practice, Kanlei mastered the Apocalypse Mode. He felt a rush of energy and power like he had never felt before. He was now almost invincible, and he could destroy anything and anyone who dared to challenge him. With his new power, Kanlei set his sights on conquering the underworld. He started to attack other devils and destroy their empires, gaining more power and wealth with each victory. He became more arrogant and ruthless, and he was feared and respected by all who knew him. However, despite his many achievements, Kanlei began to feel that something was missing in his life. He was powerful and wealthy, but he was also alone. He had no friends, no family, and no real purpose in life. He began to question whether his quest for power was really worth it. One day, Kanlei received a message from his estranged family. They were in trouble, and they needed his help. At first, Kanlei was reluctant to go back to his family. He had left them behind a long time ago, and he had no real attachment to them. But as he thought more about it, he realized that he couldn't ignore his family's call for help. Despite his reservations, Kanlei decided to go back to his family and see what he could do to assist them. When Kanlei arrived at his family's estate, he found that they were in the midst of a crisis. Their territory had been invaded by a powerful group of devils, who were intent on taking over their land and enslaving their people. Kanlei knew that he had to act quickly if he wanted to save his family and their people. Kanlei used his powers and skills to defeat the invading devils. He fought fiercely, using all his strength and cunning to outmaneuver his opponents. The battle was intense, and Kanlei was pushed to his limits. But in the end, he emerged victorious. After the battle, Kanlei's family was grateful to him for saving them. They asked him to stay with them and help rebuild their territory. At first, Kanlei was hesitant, but as he spent more time with his family, he realized that he had missed them more than he had thought. Kanlei decided to stay with his family and help them rebuild their territory. He worked hard to make amends for his past mistakes, and he used his power and influence to help his family and their people prosper. Over time, Kanlei became a respected member of his family, and he began to see the value of having people in his life who cared about him. In the end, Kanlei realized that his quest for power had been misguided. He had been so focused on gaining more power and influence that he had lost sight of what was truly important in life. But thanks to his family's love and support, he was able to find a new purpose in life, one that was based on love and compassion rather than greed and ambition.